Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So Shaquille O'Neal on USA Today went on the record to say that he thinks that his 2000 through 2002 Lakers would beat the Golden State Warriors, the current super team Golden State Warriors team. So we all know back then, like, Shaq's team did go like 15-1 in the playoffs. They lost the game in the finals to Allen Iverson, the 76ers. It was Allen Iverson, essentially. But yeah, man, so for today's video, we are going to talk about this. The exact quote of Shaq was, "I think we'd easily win. Other people might feel different." Well, I'm sure there is people that feel differently. The Warriors might feel different, but we had one of the best teams of all time in 2001 when we went 15-1 in the playoffs. So you guys see on the screen in front of you, we have the starting five from both teams. So we're going to kind of like talk about these matchups real quick. We're going to do a season simulation just to see like what the records would be, and then we're going to make these teams match up against each other in the finals, so that way we can see that, right? So, Stephen Curry versus Derek Fisher. Who is Derek Fisher exactly? Well, he was always a guy that was, he was like a role-playing point guard. He was somebody that was actually perfect alongside Kobe Bryant, just because he didn't really like demand the ball to score, but he was always like sure to, like, you know, man, come up clutch when you need him to be. I know he's had some clutch shots in his career. But yeah, man, 2001 average, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists per game, 2 steals. Defensively, always pretty solid. Knockdowns, free throws, just a role-playing point guard. So you match him up against Stephen Curry, who we all know this season putting about 30 points per game, but it's always around a high 20s to 30 point per game score. I'm sorry, but Derek Fisher is not going to clamp up Curry. Derek Fisher, I don't think, is exactly quick enough to keep up with some of the things Curry does out there. So yeah, we definitely give that matchup to Stephen. Next up, we have Klay Thompson and Kobe Bryant. So we all know Kobe Bryant is the second greatest shooting guard of all time behind Michael Jordan. This season at 29 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals per game. As far as like shooting the 3 ball, it wasn't until later on in his career he started shooting it a bit better out there. So this season, still like not all that great at about 31% from 3. Extremely athletic, you know, somebody that can run off screens and ISO and just do everything you want your star player to do out there. And while Klay Thompson is amazing offensively himself, you know, the thing about Klay is that he still does put up the numbers, about 20 points per game, 23 points per game, whatever it is, as like a third option of his team out there. He's also one of the best two-ways in the entire NBA. Now, that being said, though, man, we still, you know, Kobe Bryant clearly is better than Klay Thompson. But I will say, when you start going down like the list of all-time great shooting guards, Klay Thompson is not as far down that list as you think he would be. I mean, I don't have the exact figure because I have to go through all the shooting guards. But I'm just saying, for like a third option, Klay Thompson being that, and then Kobe being either the best or the second best player on your team, who would you guys say is better on the team? Would you say it would be Kobe or Shaq? Probably at this point, you would probably still say Shaq, but I know people probably disagree with that. But yeah, man, you give this matchup to Kobe, but at the same time, it's like, by how much? Because Klay Thompson can still fill up the basket. Then you got Kevin Durant and Rick Fox. So Rick Fox this season at about 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal per game. Another guy that was just kind of like a knockdown three-pointer, somebody that kind of like spaced the floor out for Shaquille O'Neal and, you know, Kobe Bryant isolations and things like that. Another player that didn't really like do all too much out there except just playing to his role. So you have him going up against one of the best small forwards of all time, Kevin Durant. Not to mention Durant's listed at 6'9". He's got 2 inches on him. You can even argue that Durant is closer to 7 foot. I would say he's 7 foot. There's actually proof of it out there. So I feel like Kevin Durant would honestly have a field day with Rick Fox. He'd be hunting out there. He'd be fox hunting, plain and simple. So yeah. Then the next matchup we have is Horace Grant and Draymond Green. And this honestly would be a pretty fun matchup to watch. I would actually, no, I mean, even look at this though, like this season, Horace Grant, 9 points, 7 rebounds per game, about 2 assists out there. Pretty decent defender, a guy that definitely operates around the basket, which is why it's also important to know like the era they're playing in. Because, you know, Draymond Green definitely, I would say Draymond Green would be the type of player that Horace Grant was if he was playing in that era, where it's like he probably would not shoot as many threes, but he would just kind of like grit and grind on the inside and do things along those lines. So in this case, what Draymond does for the Warriors, you would probably say that Horace Grant is not as needed for this Lakers team, although still, you know, he was still a solid player, man. Of course, he was known probably more for his Chicago Bulls days and Orlando Magic and stuff like that, but still, man. And then you got DeMarcus Cousins and Shaquille O'Neal. And let's be honest, Shaquille O'Neal can have a field day with DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, Boogie, we have not had a chance to see him on this Warriors team yet. But at the same time, he is still one of the best centers in the entire NBA. Last season on the Pelicans, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists per game. Still a great defensive player. He is 6'11", 270 compared to Shaq's 7'1", 325 pounds. So Shaq's still going to get his on the inside. 29 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks per game. you definitely give that matchup to Shaquille O'Neal. Not to mention, like, when DeMarcus kind of like gets in his own head out there, it actually can hurt his style of play out there. But yeah, looking at the starting five of both teams, I think that it's no doubt you would say that the Warriors have the better starting five in general. But they still got Kobe and Shaq out there, which is two of the top players of all time. And then, of course, you look over here, you also got to consider the bench unit. The Warriors, of course, have Iguodala, Quinn Cook-Jerebko, Sean Livingston, Jordan Bell. Not exactly the strongest bench they've ever had out there. Iguodala's kind of fallen off as a player a little bit out there. And by a little bit, I actually mean a lot. He's just kind of, he's kind of catching up with him. So yeah, their bench is not all that great. Where over on the Lakers bench, you're looking at Isaiah Ryder. Looking at his stats that season, 8 points per game, 2 rebounds. Of course, before on Atlanta, he was at 19 points. Had some really solid seasons early on in his career in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Eventually, just kind of fell off and stuff. And then you got Ron Harper out there, who is a veteran point guard, a winning style point guard, played with Michael Jordan a lot. So even looking at his stats, though, it's like, he's 6'6", so he's almost like the Sean Livingston of this team. And then you got Robert Horry out there, Big Shot Bob, who is just a beast at making those clutch shots, and that's about all he does out there. You got Mark Madsen, this season 2 points, 2 rebounds per game, but he is a sniper, guys, 100% from 3. He probably shot 1 and made it. And then, of course, you got step over Tyrone Lue, man, at 3 points, 1 assist per game, so it's whatever there. Guys, we are going to go ahead and simulate this NBA season. I do want to talk about this a bit more. We're going to look at the Lakers side of things. And in my opinion, do I think that the Lakers would beat the Warriors? Well, I mean, y'all know how I am, man, straight up. And that is that I'm a Detroit Piston fan. And I'm sorry, but Kobe and Shaq could not beat the 2004 Detroit Pistons. As much as I love my Pistons, this Golden State team is like a team we've never seen before. So it's like, if they couldn't beat those Pistons team, I mean, I don't really expect them to get past this Warriors team. It's just the depth is not there. But even if, and that's the thing, like, the Warriors style of play could still translate very nicely to the early 2000s because, Curry's three-point shot, that's still going to be valuable even if he doesn't get to the basket as much. Kevin Durant, a scorer that can play in any era out there. He can score in a multitude different ways. You got Klay Thompson, same song and dance. The shot's not going to go away to a different era. DeMarcus Cousins, he does play outside sometimes, but if his job was solely to play on the inside, it's like, yeah, he would still get it done. And then you have Draymond Green, who would just, if you're allowed to, like, back in the 2000s and 80s and 90s, punch people in the face, Draymond Green, he kicking people in the nuts right now, man. So he would have a field day out there too. And then you just look at the Lakers side of things, like, yes, in their era, the smash mouth basketball with Shaq just beating you up on the inside, that is what teams saw. That's why Horace Grant's on this team. But realistically, their style, their lineup does not fit in this modern NBA. Yes, you got Kobe and Shaq. They're going to be great anywhere else. But the two superstar thing, it's just not going to work. You have to look at the other pieces out there. And that is what Shaq is not realizing. You can say how great you and Kobe are together, and I respect that. Like, yeah, you guys can drop 70 points between each other, in a 7-game series, but that's it, because where are you going to get the rest of the points from? Derek Fisher's not going to get it done for you. Mark Madsen, even though he's shooting 100% from 3, not going to get it done. Horace Grant, he's just an outdated style of player out there. Devin George, I know he can, like, knock down some shots and stuff like that, or Rick Fox can knock down the shots, but not at the multitude of the players they are going up against. It simply does not make any sense at all for Shaq to say this. People don't realize just how quick the NBA is these days, and I think Shaq's fat butt. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, Shaq. No, I'm just saying, man, you be fine. You were in shape. I mean, rounds of shape, but you were still in shape. So, as much as I respect Kobe Bryant and Shaq, I don't see it happening, guys. And we gotta be honest with this. I'm not a Golden State Warriors fan. You guys know this if you've been watching my channel for a while now. I'm not a Golden State Warriors fan. But that's why we don't like the Warriors, is because they built this super team. And it's like, yeah, nobody stands a chance. That's why we're all pissed off about it. We were mad about Kevin Durant going to the team, and now you got DeMarcus Cousins. That's why it doesn't make sense, Shaq, because they are a super team. They are the superest of teams. We've never seen this much talent combined in one place, unless you're watching All-Star Weekend or Team USA. Plain and simple. I don't think I don't think Michael Jordan's Bulls are getting past this Warriors team, man. I really don't. It's upsetting to say, and I know people are going to fight me on it and say, oh, Crispy, MJ would tear up this team. Yeah, he would. What about everybody else, man? Is Coach Kerr going to drop, 30 on Stephen Curry back in the era? Probably not. But anyway, Lakers 60-21 on the season simulate through date right here. I'm curious what the Warriors record was. We have MVP going to Shaquille O'Neal, dropping 32 points, 17, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks per game. Yeah, there's no doubt he would still get it done. DeAndre Rookie of the Year. Rest of the stuff doesn't matter all that much. Steve Kerr Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team. We do have Kobe Bryant making that. All-NBA second. Here is the All-NBA third. Also keep in mind, I did keep the Lakers. I put them in the Eastern Conference just so hopefully these teams can match up against each other out here. So, guys, give me 1 second. I am going to do a simulation real quick and make sure these teams get matched up in the finals. Just so that way it's like, you know, we don't have to worry about like Toronto eliminating a team or something like that. Okay, so we have both of the team in the finals, just so you guys can see the player stats real quick before we do this. We do have Shaq. We know his stat line. Kobe at 31 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists per game. Isaiah Ryder, because he's like a sharpshooter and stuff like that, I feel like this is the player that would probably step up the most for this team off the bench. He did put up 11 points, 4 assists per game. Rick Fox at 8 and 5 assists out there, a few rebounds. Horace Grant did okay out there. Derek Fisher 7 and 6. Just a slower type of point guard, I would say. Robert at 6 points. We got Mark Madsen. His 3-point shot at 0% now, man. Still dropped dramatically out there. I'm just joking. I got to stop with that. And then player stats here is the Warrior stats with DeMarcus, KD, Stephen Curry all doing their thing out there. Everybody doing their thing out there because that's how they roll. All right, here we go, man. We are going to go ahead and simulate with Simcast Game 1 and see who wins this. It might be a sweep. Guys, give your prediction in the comment section below. I would say the Lakers would probably still take it to like a 6 or 7 game series, but this first game right here is a great point. The offense just killing them out there, 109-87. Warriors win behind 24 from Durant, 22, 13, and 6 from DeMarcus. Rest of the stats right there. And we got Shaq at 25 20 and 23 for Kobe. So I go back to my point of where's everything else coming from. And why the hell is Shaq shooting threes? 2K, you got to fix that. You got to fix that real quick, man. Like, you got to fix that like yesterday. All right, simulate the next game. Yo, what was the Warriors record? 65-17. Good to know, man. Good to know. All right, here we go. Next game right here. Golden State off to the races. Again, looks like it's going to be another victory for them. And it's a very close one this time. 117-115 after a 40-point quarter from the Los Angeles Lakers. 27 for Durant, 25 for DeMarcus Cousins, 21 for Curry. I will say the biggest surprise here is I do think that Shaq would be able to clamp up DeMarcus, but like Curry and Durant, I knew both those guys were going to put up big-time numbers. 32 for Kobe. We got 19-15 for Shaq. Isaiah at 18 points. So good for him. All right, game 3. Simulate with Simcast. See how this one goes. See if the Lakers can take one victory right here, man. It looks like they might have a chance along the lines right here, but we have the winner going to the Lakers, and I believe it was a second or third overtime, 144-135. That would be one hell of a game to watch. Big time W for them. 37 for Thompson, 28 for Durant, 17 for Stephen Curry. And then over on the other side of things, we do have 48, 13, and 5 for Kobe, 32 and 16 for Shaq. We all knew Kobe wasn't going to try to get swept out there, right? 22 for Isaiah, 15, 4, and 10 for Derek Fisher. Okay, next up, man, simulate with Simcast. Game 4. Simulate game. See if the Lakers can make it a tied series. I'll say that 2-point loss they had, that was the big one, but they are not giving up. 119-100, tying up the series. 26 for Durant, 20 for DeMarcus, 12 for Jonas Jerebko. And then Curry, a very silent game from him. We do have Kobe with 36, 5, and 5, 17 for Horace Grant, and 17 and 14 for Shaquille O'Neal. All right, we have game 5, simulate with Simcast. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? This is I think whoever wins this game probably wins the whole thing right here. And it looks like probably Golden State, yes, 188. This is like the second time the Lakers have had a game like this where it's just they're not really able to match the scoring. The fact they held Golden State to 100 points, though, is pretty damn impressive. 25 and 19 for Shaq. Kobe at 14 points that time around. It's a 3-2 lead for the Warriors. Simulate with Simcast right here. See what happens. See if the Lakers can make it and take it to a Game 7. It's a very close one. We have the Lakers winning 110-102. 35 for Durant, 18 for Stephen Curry. Then we got Kobe at 37, 33, and 16 for Shaquille O'Neal. So here we go, guys. We do have a Game 7 simulate with Simcast. See how this goes. I might show the end of the game here. Maybe. Depends how close it is. And we are about down to... Oh, it's a close one, guys. We have a minute 12 left in the game. The Warriors are 112-107. Let's jump into it and see who wins it all. All right, I am not controlling either one of the teams. Looks like both teams have all of their starters in, as they probably should in this case. I think Isaiah Ryder, he's not a starter. He's actually playing. Kobe posting up. That's on us. I don't know who the hell is that, man. Is that Quinn Cook? Damn, they don't got they do have Klay Thompson. Where's Kevin Durant? No Kevin Durant. Kobe Bryant. It's time to be clutch, man. Wow, he's trying to ISO around him. No luck. This dude is just like the clampiest defense of all time. And Shaquille O'Neal thrown back by Boogie Cousins. The ball is back to the Lakers with 0.7 seconds left. Better give that ball to Derek Fisher. We know he can knock down that shot. Wow, dude. That was a big-time defensive play by Boogie. He wiping his hands clean. Damn, dude. He's like barbecue ribs right there, baby. It's all good, man. Wow, okay. So we got the timeout. The Golden State cheerleaders? Yeah, cheerleaders. They're dancers, just dancers. I guess whatever you want to call them, are doing their dance out. And Marcus Cousins, 25 points for this game after the big-time block. All right. We back to some action here. Looks like they got Rick Fox in the game. Here we go. Oh, Isaiah Ryder knocks it down. It was a long 2-point shot. But that was clutch as heck, man. Oh, my God. All right, Stephen Curry dipping it into DeMarcus Cousins, posting up Shaq. See if Shaq gets him back. He dance all over him. Looks like probably a travel. Here we go. Getting back inside to him, and he lays it up and lays it in. We have another timeout for the Lakers. That very well could be the end. They are going to need a quick 3 out there. I guess they could go for the 2, but as far as free throws, I mean, pretty sure everybody in their starting lineup can shoot free throws and make them with pretty good ease out there. So, yes, we have the dancers patiently waiting there, just frozen. Doing, what was that? What was that meme like a year ago where everybody just like stood still? That might have been a few years ago at this point. I don't know, man. I have no remembrance of time. All right, Horace Grant giving it to Derek Fisher. And they're calling another timeout. Can I just point out real quick that the Lakers just used their final timeout for whatever reason that was. Maybe they did not like the play. We'll role play it. Wow, they are just sitting there, man. Y'all got to do something. Dipping it into Derek Fisher. And he goes up. He goes for the easy 2. So they're going to hope that the Warriors, I guess, can miss their free throws. And we do have Durant at the ball. They might actually try to play some good defense right here. There will be about 2 or 3 second differential. So they should have a chance at a 3. Although that timeout would have been very useful in this situation that 2K absolutely just took away from them. And I mean, at this point, Durant can just kind of hold it and chuck up a shot because the Lakers are going to need to like go with a oh, that's the game, guys. There's nothing that can be done here. I mean, it was kind of a stretch anyway. But the winners of this challenge is going to be the Golden State Warriors over the 2001 Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers. They are holding up that trophy. I mean, come on, guys. What you all think? Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.